Hi there, welcome to my views on news. Two news stories. Firstly, Tigray region. Some Tigray experts and activists are raising alarm about the conflict in Tigray. They say that federal government and Amhara regional government could exploit the situation which is in Tigray, and they could use this situation to achieve their objectives in disputed zones. Recently, uh, a large delegation was sent by the federal government to disputed territories. What are they saying? Secondly, Oromia, a region of Ethiopia where two parties, Oromo Federalist Congress, OFC, and Oromo Liberation Front, have shared details of how many of their offices are closed. Details for you in this video: why these offices were closed, how many were opened when these parties struck some political settlements with the PM Abiy's government around 5 to 6 years ago. Let's start from Tigray, viewers, where the ruling political elite is involved in infighting, political infighting. Tigray interim government trying to exercise its authority. TPLF Debrecen set to weaken Tigray interim government. TPLF split, not virtually but practically split in two, one led by Getachew, other led by Debrecen Gebremichael. So at a crucial time when key decisions are to be made about Tigray, leadership is split. Which key decisions? One of the main decisions is the status of disputed territories. Disputed between Tigray and Amhara regions. Raya, southern Tigray, Slamte, Volkai, Thumera Sagare. A few days ago, Ethiopian federal government sent a senior large delegation to two cities. Delegation visited Alamata and Misabre. Tigray and Amhara regions were also told to send their observers to Alamata and Misabre recently. Tigray did not send its observers to Misabre, while Amhara did not send its observers to Alamata. 5 observers, each from Tigray and Amhara, were due to visit Alamata, Misabre. And it was being said that provisional governments will be established in Alamata, Misabre, and then in Humera Volkai, Sagad. But since Tigrayan ruling elite is not united, Tigray experts, Tigray activists fear that federal government and Amhara regional government will push the establishment of interim governments in Misabre and then in Volkai Thumera Sagade. Federal government will be in control of these provisional governments. Ideally, Tigray would like a Raya-like scenario. In Raya, we know that Tigray militia members took control of large parts of Raya southern zone. Only Alamata is not under their control. All other major towns, cities, border areas in Raya southern zone under Tigray control. Tigray people want a similar scenario to unfold in Misabre and in Volkai Thumera Sagare. IDPs have returned to both Rayan and Salamte. Return of IDPs to Volkai could not start. So at a crucial time when Tigray will have to make some key decisions about status of Volkite, Flashpoint, and Mesabre, Tigrayan ruling elite is split. This split suits those who have claims to those territories. Obviously, Amhara region-based groups, Amhara region. Federal governments obviously would be stronger if there's no united voice from Tigray. When Tigray was united, somehow Tigray forces took control of Raya a few months ago. Now, when Tigray is split, people are raising questions. What would be the status of Salamti, status of Volkai? They say that maybe now federal government will have greater role in the two zones. Will these two zones ever come under Tigray control now in present circumstances? Because now federal government is getting strong. Amhara government will try to take advantage of instability in Tigray. These are very valid concerns, by the way. Tigray ruling elite will have to learn from past mistakes. They must know that though the war is over, but wounds infected by this war are very deep. Their survival is linked, by the way. If they split, you will see them suffer. One by one, separately, they'll suffer. Their survival is linked. They will have to realize that, and that is what Tigrayans are trying to tell them. Common Tigrayans, experts, scholars, they say that our survival is linked. If we divide, if we split, we'll expose ourselves to destruction or exploitation by the other groups. Let's see. After the return of IDPs to Salamti and Raya, we're seeing a silence now. No talk about return of IDPs to Volkite, about status of Volkite. Why? Because Tigray ruling elite members are fighting among themselves for more political power. Secondly, yours, Oromo Liberation Front and Oromo Federalist Congress have shared details of how many of their party offices are closed. Both are political parties. OFC is led by Professor Mira Gudina, Oromo Federalist Congress. OLF, Oromo Liberation Front, led by Daud Epsa. OLF has an armed wing too, though it never admits, but OLA is basically an armed wing of OLF. OLF reached a peace deal with PM Abiy's government. Jilmaro-led, Komsabdeba-led faction disagreed. It continued armed struggle, but OLF started a political career as a party. Both the parties had around 400 offices, but almost all of them are closed now. 206 offices were opened by Oromo Federalist Congress around 5 years ago. 203 are closed now. Just 3 are open. OLF's all offices, around 200, closed in entire Oromia region of Ethiopia. By the way, no one raises questions. International media, PM Abiy's supporters, those who say that PM Abiy is the future of Ethiopia, future of Africa, they don't question the Prime Minister. Ethiopian journalists, international journalists, they never ask such questions. How can democracy flourish if opposition political parties are not allowed to exercise their right of political activity? That is why armed groups gain more strength, because those people who are frustrated with political struggle, they join armed groups. So if there is armed escalation in Oromia, government is responsible too, because the government has blocked all the roads of peaceful political struggle. But Ergasa's death was confirmation that maybe Ethiopian government does not understand the language of words, language of peace. It is ready to talk to Gelmaro, ready to talk to Fano, but it wants to remove people like Baturgasa. Who killed him? No one knows. Who will tell us who killed him? Government will tell us. Government trying to cover up the murder. So Oromia's future is not very bright because Roma is not different from Ethiopia. People say Oromia ruling, Rome was ruling, but internally, if you analyze the picture in Oromia, the future is not bright. There is no inclusive decision making. Prosperity parties making decisions, opposition parties, armed groups, they are not part of decision making. So how can such decision making be long lasting? Indirectly, Ethiopian government is responsible for conflict in Ethiopia. Why? Because it has blocked all the roads for peaceful political struggle in Ethiopia. Thank you for watching.